church. This is Pastors Jen and Jacob with today's digital devotion. And as you can see, we have two very special guests with us today, Dr. Alexandra Gabarchuk and Dr. David Rentz. You probably know them best as our new music directors at Claremont UCC. And we thought we would take a chance here and let you get to know them a little bit better and hear from them about how they came into the music world, how they came to be with us at Claremont UCC, and a little bit more about them as the wonderful individuals they are. So, hello, Alex and David.
Hi.
Hello.
So, let's start off with that first question. How did both of you get into music in your lives?
Well, for me, it had a lot to do with my family. I grew up in a family where my dad played guitar and sang a lot. My grandmother would sing Ukrainian folk songs. I'm Ukrainian. And it was just kind of around, and I started playing piano at a young age, and a lot of things conspired to essentially make me realize that I was not going to be happy in this life unless I was working as a musician or unless I was making music every day. And it just seemed efficient to make that my job.
Good choice. For me, it didn't have anything to do with family activities, since neither of my parents are musicians of any kind, but I did get plenty of familial support. I kind of came to it through a general interest in performing as a kid. I was in plays and musicals at a really young age, and then I started playing piano and other instruments, and I was in band and choir in high school. I had an amazing high school choir director in particular. And I went off to college not having any idea what I wanted to do academically or professionally, but just found myself doing more and more music and thought I'd take that data and act on it by becoming a professional musician.
This is great.
Nice.
Sounds like both of you, your whole lives just led to not being able to do anything else. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What you might not know, church, is that when Dr. Campbell was moving to Minnesota, we were going through a process of putting advertisements out to the music world all over the country, and we're beginning a search for the next music director. And we received an email from David and Alex proposing that they would be interested in serving in this position. And so we had an opportunity to meet with them and talk about it, and we realized how awesome they were and how great this would be for the church. And so would you just share a little bit about what brought you to Claremont UCC, what interested you in this position, maybe why you wanted to work together?
Absolutely. So for me, I spent 6 years as the choir director at First Congregational in Riverside, which is the big UCC church there, and absolutely loved it. And shortly after I moved to California, I took that job. And I finally left the job because I was just too busy in a good way. I had more work than I knew what to do with. But I've never worked in any church except I've only worked in UCC churches for my whole life, such as it's been, and it's a denomination that I feel really comfortable with, and very nearly the only one I would want to work with as a choir director and a music leader. I was familiar with Claremont UCC because I lived in Claremont for a while, and I've also done concerts and attended concerts at the church over the last decade, and know and appreciate the space as a home for music. And now I'm really enjoying getting to know it as a home for worship as well.
Yeah, for me, I was the alto section leader at this church before we stepped in as music directors, and just loved everything about worship here. Just really, really felt, like David said, at home. I think together we have a kind of motley religious background in a certain sense, but everything that basically I heard in this space super resonated with me. And David and I had co-directed in other areas. So we run a community choir together. We had co-conducted college ensembles together. And it just struck me that what better place to have co-music directors than a church where the senior pastors are also a couple. And it just seemed like a funny and kind of cool coincidence, but also as you two probably know, there's so much generative energy that comes from having a partner in crime, so to speak. So it just really all kind of fit together beautifully.
Absolutely. Yeah, well said. And so tell everyone, so you are at Claremont UCC, but you also have other work that you do. You want to tell everyone about that?
Sure. I am the choral director at Whittier College. I also co-direct the San Gabriel Valley Choral Company along with David. We both conduct for the Contemporary Choral Collective of Los Angeles and do other gigs.
Yeah, and I am the choir director, and I do other stuff as well at Chaffey College in Rancho Cucamonga, and that's my full-time job there. And I am also the head of the conducting program at Claremont Graduate University, so I supervise master's and doctoral students in band, orchestral, and choral conducting there. And I also direct an orchestra down in Orange County, the Orchestra Collective of Orange County, which is about a 50-60 piece semi-professional orchestra that is just now getting back into business after COVID.
So you can see why we would jump at the opportunity to co-direct, because otherwise we wouldn't see that much of each other.
Very busy people.
Yes, yes.
You sent us some of the work that your different choirs did when we were chatting, and it's really cool stuff. I like some of your avant-garde pieces.
It's good stuff. So hopefully, congregation, you can all reach out and see other works that they're doing throughout the whole area with different community groups.
Tell us some fun facts about yourself.
Anything interesting, any fun facts, quirks.
We live with an enormous white cat named Rupert.
Wonderful.
I have seen photos of Rupert.
Yeah, he's a cutie. We just acquired it from outside the dumpster at our apartment complex, a giant stuffed rocking lamb, and we're trying to see if they will bond. It's not going well so far, so probably we'll put it back out by the dumpster.
Oh, I was really interested where that was going.
Yeah, I was so
We don't usually make a habit of acquiring things from dumpsters, but this one seemed too good to pass up.
Oh, that sounds like a fun pairing.
He'll come around.
Yeah, and you put it in those animal bonding books. Cat and
Unlikely friends.
Interspecies love, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we have so enjoyed working with both of you, and we look forward to the great works that you're going to do with our music program in the months ahead.
They are making incredible music. If you had the last couple of months that they've been with the church, choir sounds amazing. You all are doing such great work, and your voice should be part of it. If you are watching this video, try out the choir, join them, sing, make a joyful noise. You will really enjoy working with them, and so we hope that you can jump in, even if it's just one rehearsal on one Sunday, and experience what it's like to sing up on the chancel.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, we have a lot going on in December. You all are doing great work, so we will see everyone in worship on Sunday for our big music that we have prepared. So join us on Sunday.
See you then.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.